What's your name, man?
My name's John.
So,
John Rogan.
Well, you
tell you my real name. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an Army veteran. I was in the Army 12 years. I've been a plumber, paramedic. I've had a lot of jobs. I was a wastewater tech in Tennessee. You know, I started using cocaine in Houston, Texas. I started snorting.
How'd you use the cocaine?
I snorted it at first. Then one day somebody showed me what a rock was, and I started smoking it. And I've been smoking probably 25, 30 years.
Correct.
You know, and I've had my ups, my downs. I've been through rehab. Didn't work for me. I went back to using. I'm disabled now, and at one time I was spending my whole check smoking cocaine. I'd smoke up $700 in a couple of days.
Dang.
In a couple of days, I've been homeless. I've had nowhere to go. I've been to where I was just sleeping on the street, sleeping on park benches, laying around, panhandling, standing on the median in the street, panhandling money. I went through numerous programs to try to get myself straight and clean. And then one day, man, I got tired. I got real tired. I got tired of being, homeless. I got tired of being broke. I got tired of losing everything. I would buy new stuff, and before I even wore it, either I returned it or sold it.
Yeah.
I sold Christmas presents. I sold just anything, I could get my hands on. I'd go to the Home Depot and steal. I'd go to Lowe's and steal. I sold cocaine. One time, I had a lot of money. I had a lot of money, man, selling cocaine. I made a lot of money from it. I got busted one time, 3 times in 1 week. They took over $180,000 from me. I met a guy behind the gas station. I was taking a piss. Another guy walked up, taking a piss with me. He was a cop. I had a key and a half in an abandoned car in my backyard. I went to open the trunk. They jumped out of the bushes on me. They took $188,000 from me that time.
Damn.
A week later.
Was all of that drug money though?
Or it was all drug money.
It was all drug money.
It was all drug money. I started out working for a guy, and then when I quit working for him, I was able to buy my own, and I started working for myself. I was rich. I was hood rich. Not working rich, hood rich. I made my first $100,000. No shit, $100,000 selling 20 rocks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Out of a house by myself. I had a pistol and cocaine. I would cook it up, bag it up, and sell it. I didn't have nobody with me. I was by myself in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't have any furniture in the house. All I had was a table and a chair and a television. And crack. I was smoking and selling. But I got rich from doing it.
Did you ever have anybody try to rob you or anything?
I got robbed 3 or 4 times. I got robbed one time for $80,000. I got robbed one time for $90,000. And I would start all over again. I would take my check, buy some, and sit it in the house and do the same thing. My grandmother had left me a house. My grandmother left me a house, and I used that house as a crack house in Nashville, Tennessee. And I sold crack until my family intervened and took the house from me.
Yeah.
I went to the hotels, like this one here, the Roadway, the Budget 8, all those crack hotels. I would sell out of a room.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a pistol, a television, and crack. I could crack in the microwave, and I would sell it. People would knock on the door, and I would sell it. Then I went from having a lot of money, I went to prison. Did 15 years in prison.
Ooh.
So you served 15 flat. Served it out.
Yeah, served it out. I would get out on parole, and immediately, the first day I get out on parole, I would violate. Because I'd go buy a bag of crack, smoke some, and start selling again. Not report, not go see my parole officer, nothing. I went one time to see my parole officer, and on the way to see my parole officer, I was smoking crack. Went in, took a piss test. When the results came back, I was dirty. I ran out of the parole office and dived in the car.
So look, this is one of the biggest questions people ask is why? Why? Knowing the consequences, knowing what's going to happen. Why?
I didn't care. I wanted to get high and I wanted to get some money.
You think it's a choice or a disease?
It's a disease.
Ain't no cure for it.
There's
Treatment.
no cure for getting high but yourself. You gotta want to do better. You gotta want to try. You gotta quit. You gotta know when to say when. I finally learned when. At 60 years old, I learned how to say when.
Is there anything we could do for you today to help you out a little bit, man?
Well, right now, I make $914 a month disability. My rent's $1,100. I have to come out.
Government? Hold on. Is it government subsidized housing?
They won't let me in subsidized housing
Because you're a felon.
because I'm a felon
Yeah.
with drug charges.
Yep.
So because of some mistakes you made in the past,
Yes.
you can't even get government assistance
No.
at 62 years old.
No assistance because they enacted a law that said that if you have a drug felon, you can get no public assistance. Bush did that.
Well, look,
No
man,
shit.
we got some stuff we're gonna give you today, man, and I hope it helps out. There's not a, just some like toothbrush, hygiene
I
stuff.
really need it.
Some
Yeah.
hand sanitizer, man. There's some toothpaste and
Thank
some Cheetos, drink, and just a little bit of cash.